Playing racquetball by yourself is okay. It's a good way to practice and to get exercise, but it's not the same as playing a match. The level of enthusiasm goes up when you're playing against someone else or against another team. And when you're playing more than just another game, that level of enthusiasm jumps up yet another notch.
Teams from Southeast and the Yukon come to Juneau in mid-season to play softball. And because it's a tournament, the emotions flow a bit more than in a regular game. In every softball game, one team has to lose and let their emotions out in various ways.
We were robbed.
It was bad. It was bad.
Where did you finish?
In the bottom.
I don't think we're even on the final sheet.
And what happened? What happened? Yeah, what happened?
The pitcher failed him. We sent her home.
And who's the pitcher?
This one.
Between the victory stand and standing without a victory, each player bats, fields, and finds their enjoyment with the wins and the losses.
Yeah, because we came to the losers bracket.
It was like in high school and college, it was like I was always on losing teams. So what you try to do is just beat yourself every game, you know, just go for that fly ball and try to catch that, or the foul ball. And it's just like if you beat yourself, you're always going to be a winner. You know, at least that's how I approach the game. And there's one of my favorite sayings is a real measure of an athlete is not what she can do in comparison to others. It's what she can do in comparison of her own best self. And I think that's been my attitude, and you're always a winner, you know, and it's fun to just challenge yourself.
Good try, good try. Hold them now.
It's okay, oh, that's okay.
Despite weather conditions that might not seem appropriate to softball, this is a sport that thrives in Southeast.
4,000 people. There's a lot of people involved in the program. And then you have your youth programs, which you have all the kids in also. So
When you think of softball or baseball, you think of sunny days and warm temperatures. Hardly what we think of Juneau weather. Why do people say play softball in a rainy place like Juneau?
well, you know, you have to have your outdoor recreation. We all thrive on that, and I think Alaskans do a lot, and they just get out there and play, you know, rain or shine. Come on, Ole!
One of those playing, regardless of the weather, is Ole Olson. For her, having a good time is what the game is all about.
And Louis Ladies is wonderful because we have that attitude, you know. It's just like we don't like to practice. We like to get together and play hard, but have fun.
Playing hard and having fun could be the motto for slow-pitch softball, where teams are divided into different leagues. So there's a place for everyone, from beginner to expert.
You know, it's like learning anything new. You get the basics, and there's a place to learn the basics, and that's what's so wonderful about, you know, Juneau softball. You know, there's a place for everybody.
You have people that have a lot of trouble fielding the ball in the infield and throwing to first base. Clear to people who can get a ball between shortstop and left field and fire it in to first base and get that person out running from home to first. We have some real extraordinary players.
I think the average age on our Louis team is like 40 or more, and 30, no, it's not 30. Everybody's at least about 35 to 40.
Stand up, stand up. All right.
Many of the emotions coming from this game are based on the calls made by umpires. Great effort if you're safe, bad call if you're out. The umpires who make the calls are paid, but that's not the main reason they're here.
I'm serious. If you're not out there umpiring because of the fun and enthusiasm of the game, you shouldn't be out there.
So I called her and I said,
The umpiring, I don't know, it's like all of a sudden the whole game has really opened up to me as an umpire. Because before I went out and I pitched my game when I was a pitcher, and that's all I saw, was what I did. Now I see what 20 people do out there. And knowing the rules on top of it, God, what a difference it makes. It's more fun.
Ole Olson's fun playing slow pitch burns with an intensity that radiates like a bright light. And it burns whether she's in the field or at the plate.
Actually, I talk to myself quite a bit, you know. It's just like, you know, when you're concentrating so hard, you know, it's just like you get on a different plane or something, you know. It's just like you just try, you know, that concentration, you try to, you know, just fine-tune it.
Even if you don't hit a home run and your team doesn't win the game, much less the tournament, playing softball in Southeast still can be fun. Sometimes, though, you have to manufacture the fun.
1, 2, 3. We had a